Welcome to my channel. My name is Luna Affinity and I'm an energy reader and channeler. Sit back, get cozy, and get ready for some readings. Hello. Hey Amy, how are you? Hello and welcome in. We're going to kick this thing off with free reads per usual. Hi everyone. Make sure you guys are liking the video if you're asking a free reading question. Thanks for Polly. All right, so I have 3 people asking questions, but only 2 likes. If you haven't had a chance to like this live stream, please do so now. Carla, does Aaron like me? I have the judgment card. I have a yes. This feels like a new-ish feeling though. Maybe some feelings have recently gotten stronger, or maybe the liking you is something recent that has happened. Interesting. I am getting a no, Carlene, but I think that probably will change soon. Rapali, I'm getting a no here. The 10 of Swords. If anybody else would like to ask a yes or no question, feel free to do so. Make sure you're following the instruction in the description. The main thing is that I ask that you like this live stream in exchange for a free reading. Amy. I feel like that's a yes. We have 3 cups at the bottom of the deck. But the Hermit does talk about kind of like being on your own, doing your own thing, and really not putting a lot of focus on anything outside of yourself. So I would say you do creep in. You are there in his mind. But it just doesn't seem like it's a priority thought, if that makes sense. Anna, will I get a job as a hostess in the next few months? I have yes, the star. The star talks about having hope or keeping the faith. So Anna, I only ask or answer one question per free reading. But if you would like to donate $3 to get that second question answered, you're more than welcome to do so. We have about 6 minutes left of the free list, and then we will be moving on to donations. You're welcome, Amy. Absolutely. Hi, Lucia. Welcome in. Lucia. I'm gonna probably go no here. This card is another one that tried to come out. But Spirit is saying essentially, like, what is your gut telling you? Because I think that our gut is different than our hope. So if you wanted this person to have physical attraction towards you, but you think about it very objectively and you think, well, there was really no indication that this person did, then I would say go with your gut, because it probably isn't like leading you in the right direction. If I were to guess intuitively, I'm gonna say no. But the High Priestess talks about following your instincts, following your inner knowing with this answer. 11:11. So yeah, since yesterday I've been seeing 3:33 on the clock. I went to bed at 2:22 a.m. last night, and I took a nap and woke up at 2:22 today, and just saw 11:11. So this is freaking wild, y'all. Like, how do you go to sleep at 2:22 a.m. and then wake up from your nap at 2? It's just weird. Just weird. 3 minutes left of the free list, and we'll be moving on to donations for the day. Hey, Haley, welcome in. Will Haley get the job if she goes to the Zoom meeting tomorrow on Upwork? Will she get the job? Will she get the job? Will she be offered the job? I am getting that you'll be offered the job. Yes. I feel like this is like the final review or something, or the final decision that will be made that will set you apart from other people. And if you do not go, then less likely will be given the offer. I've done some variation of the sort, Amy, but I haven't done that that specific thing. I have done it where, like, if you invite a friend to my channel and they subscribe, then you can get like an extra free reading, things like that. I've done giveaways. I've done the wheel of, I think it's called the Wheel of Fortune, where if everyone does this particular thing, then they can get like a free reading. I typically like to offer free in-depth though, or like at least free mini readings personally, because I feel like they're of more value, if that makes sense. But the offer still stands. It's on like the hidden menu, but the offer still stands that if you bring in a new subscriber to my channel, then you can get an extra free reading from me. But I just feel like people are more likely to appreciate in-depth reading, or at least a mini reading for free, versus another free question. They can get that pretty much every time they see me. So in October, I did birthday readings, which, since this month has been so crazy for me, I haven't had the chance to do that. I'll probably do it next month, and I'll do one post for November and one post for December, and to say that, like, sorry, like, November was crazy for me, but if you had a birthday in November, drop it in, and then if you had a birthday in December, drop it in, and then probably do like 2 giveaways, and then try in January to just do like every month on the month. But that's what I did last month for birthdays. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's like only if you want to. I don't want you to like go out of your way, but if you know someone who might be interested, and you want to refer, then I offer a free extra question to you and to them. Hey Amy, sorry I got a call, and since I didn't get any donations yet, I just went ahead and took it. I will probably be back on later on tonight, depending on how the stream goes. So you probably will see me in a couple hours. I am planning on taking tomorrow off of work um, for like Thanksgiving and stuff, but definitely being back by Friday. But yeah, I will probably be back later on tonight, most likely. We got some stuff to do to prep for tomorrow, but yeah. Okay, Amy, well, I hope that I see you next time that I'm on. If I don't, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. You said you gotta prep food. But yeah, I'm here. I'm just chilling. I'll probably will be on for like another 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll sign off and maybe get on again later on tonight. I'm not excited for the prep. So, like I told you guys earlier in the week, that this year we're doing like a very, what is it called? Like just a relaxed, just a chilled, laid back Thanksgiving. Some of the stuff will be home cooked, most of the stuff will not. Brennan and I are not doing any cooking at all. We are just doing like refreshments. We're hosting in the house physically. So mostly our prep has to do with like cleaning, making sure the dishes are done, the bathroom's clean, that kind of stuff. But either way, it's still time consuming. What do you plan on making, Amy? Are you responsible for everything? You said at least you have your little bro back from college campus, so you're gonna abuse him to do the heavy loads. That's the way to do it. That's the perk of being the older sibling. What the heck? Why are you responsible? Oh, because of your dad. So are you the only one that's able to cook then? Oh man. Well, I don't know if you already got all of your groceries for tomorrow. I'm sure that you have because it's the day before. But I was gonna say that where you can cut corners, definitely do. I would never skimp on mac and cheese. Like I would cook it homemade. Um, things like that. But I will say that it's nothing like homemade mashed potatoes, but Bob Evans has this like pre-made. It's usually in like the prepared food section of the grocery store, but they have pre-made mashed potatoes and they are pretty equivalent to like mashed potatoes you would make at home. So that's what we're doing. Because that's a lot of peeling and dicing and boiling and making, and it's just a lot. And it's definitely not a placeholder for someone who's gonna make mashed potatoes, but for someone who's responsible for the whole like Thanksgiving meal, that's always like a good one to use instead. It's not bad. Like you think pre-made mashed potatoes is like the instant kind with like the flakes that you used to eat like back in the day, which I don't like those mashed potatoes, but I'm definitely down for pre-made or prepared mashed potatoes. Bob Evans brand is pretty good. Breast lump surgery. So I hope that means that like that's good. Like I hope that means that it's more what's the word? Preventative. I think she should have word by the end of this week, hopefully. Oh wait. Yeah, we're still waiting on the final results as to whether lump is benign or malignant. I think she should have word by the end of this week, hopefully, of the results. That's actually like awesome though, because you want to get that preventative information as quickly as possible. So I wish her a lot of luck there. I know that recovery is probably not easy. My husband actually just started a job last week on Monday. He works for a pathology lab, so they do a lot of cancer screening and testing there at his lab that he works at. And, it's not necessarily easy work, but it's rewarding work, especially if you know that you're able to like assist in making sure that everything's cross-referenced, people's labs aren't getting mixed up, you're not giving the wrong information to the wrong patient, things like that. But they do a lot of cancer screenings. They do also gastrointestinal, they do GYN, they do prostate. So I think that's urology, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. I've been doing my best to help her, and my dad helping to care for her in her recovery. It's a lot. Like when your parent is down, it's a lot. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of work on like everyone else around you. And it's like it sucks because you feel like you're the only one that they can lean on. And it's nice when you have siblings to assist with you or to assist and help you, but they can't always be there, and so that can be kind of hard. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm gonna head out now and run to the store to grab any other things I've missed. Yeah, whatever you can, Amy, to lighten your load, please do so. Love you, Luna. Love you, Amy. Time to do this food prep. All right. Wish you luck, girl. Wish you luck. Hey, Sarifa. Sending over donation in a couple minutes. Okay, that sounds good. I'll hang around. Sarifa, saw your wedding photo. It looked beautiful. Thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, Sarifa. Thank you so much. What can I do for you today? Yes, it looks like I got it. Yes, I got it. So I'm probably going to go for more of an in-depth love reading for Eddie and I. Things have been looking good. Bestie's a little fluke this past weekend. I was just wondering if that's going to affect us in any way. Okay, that sounds good, Sarifa. So either what I could do is do like an in-depth reading for you and pull 10 cards, and then we can add on to it like with an additional 5 cards if you have a follow-up question. Or I could do like a BOGO where you have 2 questions to ask. So it's like basically one would be in depth and I build on that with extra cards, or you just ask 2 questions. Do you have a preference? All right, so we're gonna build on this. Let's see. I want to see how we're doing, if things will get better. I mean, we do have a great time, but he said he'd rather not rave with me anymore. Where he goes with his friends and I'll go with mine. So I do see that this has halted or stifled the connection in some way. I am getting here with the Four of Wands paired with the Hanged Man that the ability for the connection to continue or to further down the line has kind of been on pause here. So whatever has gone on, whatever has transpired has kind of stopped this connection in its steps. I'm not saying that it's completely derailed the situation necessarily, but it does feel like it's kind of hindered its ability to move forward right now. We had an early dinner yesterday and have spent this past weekend together, and things were nice. But our first date together was just a little off, unfortunately. I tried so hard for things to be... I think that he is feeling disappointed about this, honestly, just as you are. I feel a little bit like maybe it's your energy, or possibly just the matter of fact of the situation is that he did get a little bit hasty with this decision. I feel like it was a little bit unfair for him to just jump to that type of conclusion or compromise that quickly. But I think that he was triggered, I will be honest, from something that's happened in the past that made him feel like this is not a good situation and I just want to nip this in the bud right now. I feel like his decision was emotional, and it was something that he was just like, I see this as like a red flag and I want to just prevent this from like becoming a thing or becoming an issue. So it was an emotionally charged decision. I think that he really kind of jumped the gun there, and I think it was a little bit unfair for him to make a decision that quickly. But again, he was basing that decision on past experience, so it would be actually not surprising at all if he's had this issue with someone in the past or similar things have happened in the past. I think for him, he likes the way that the relationship is going. I feel like he does enjoy your company, and I think that he was thinking to himself, well, if we have a problem somewhere and we just stop doing that thing, then maybe that will allow for us to continue to nurture this connection. So basically, he's just process of elimination here. He's trying to eliminate anything that could cause a problem between you guys or could stop the relationship from moving forward. So I do feel like he's interested in furthering the connection. I think that he's trying as hard as he can to prevent any other problems in the future and learn from this. But I feel almost like you can't really do that though. You can't go to that extreme and say, oh, well, we're just never going to do this thing again. That's his fear talking, because he was triggered by that situation. He is trying as hard as he can to not ever have issues with you. The problem is that that's not healthy. You can't just ignore things or eliminate things or stop things in a connection or in a relationship. That's very restrictive, and that's not good for an expansion on any relationship whatsoever. So I feel like for him, it was, again, emotionally charged decision. He shouldn't have done that. But he was just speaking from a past trigger. Like I said, I would not be surprised if, it comes out that he's had this issue before with someone else. Maybe not the exact same thing, but something similar. And he's like, I'm not going to go down that road again. It does speak to his connection with you, that he wants to salvage your relationship as much as possible, that he's willing to eliminate that place of friction or that issue. He's willing to completely eliminate it in order to protect the connection that you do have. But the problem is that how do you have a relationship with someone where you're like, we're not allowed to do this together, we're not allowed to do that together, we can't do this together? That's not an expansive thought process. That's very restrictive, and that doesn't allow for you guys to learn. He needs to allow you another opportunity and make a decision from there. But he's scared. He's really scared. Which is what he said exactly. He did tell me. Yeah. So I feel like that's kind of his mindset. I would be curious to see if it's going to, if he's going to change his mind about this decision. So let me see. Is he going to allow for another opportunity? Right now, he has not changed his mind. I don't see him changing his mind about this immediately. I think he kind of just is like, let's put a pin in this and come back to it another time. I do feel, though, that as your connection starts to deepen, he will be more open to the possibility of doing this together again. I think right now he's just trying to prevent something like that from happening again, and he's trying to protect the connection that you do have. In some way, he's coming at it in a very I want this to work, so therefore I'm going to do everything in my power to make this work. Even though he's not really going about it in the right way. I think that he needs to give you another opportunity to learn from this mistake, or give him another opportunity to learn from this mistake, for him to realize that a good experience can still happen. A good experience can still be had. Just because it happened once doesn't mean it's something that's going to reoccur over and over and over. And even if it does, that's something that you guys can learn from and go from there. But to completely stop this, to completely put a halt to this is not healthy. It's not healthy. But I do see him maybe not changing his mind immediately. But again, as the relationship deepens, I think that he'd be willing to go out and celebrate with you again. And hopefully have a better outcome at that point. So he has not shut himself down to this connection at all. It's just he's trying to nip things. He's trying to stop things in its tracks before it can completely be derailed. And that's something he has to work on as well. And I think that also you need to be a little bit less hard on yourself too, because you're saying you went into this wanting everything to be perfect, and it's setting such a perfect expectation for a situation just is going to lead to disappointment. So if the opportunity presents itself again, you really have to go into it just enjoying it, not worrying about how it's going to turn out, not worrying about any kind of hiccups. Just try to enjoy it for what it is. That's one of the most important things I can tell you. If you're wondering if the connection will continue as far as communication and stuff, I'm getting a yes. I don't feel like this is completely, again, derailed this 100%. I just think that it's caused a little bit of a halt in certain areas, and certain areas feel restricted based off of his decision. Did you have any other questions? exactly, because one of the things I find passionate about is music, and I wanted him to meet my friends, but it's hard if his mind is set at this time, but I get it, yeah. So it is. It definitely is set at this time. I'm not going to say that it's like going to be like this forever, but I would say that right now it's not going to be easy to change his mind. He's going to have to kind of come to that decision on his own. I guess how will we become the end of this year? I guess how will we become the end of this year? What do you mean when you're asking that question? I think I'm a little confused at the wording. How will our connection be? Okay, come the end of the year, how will the connection be? And one card, please. By the end of the year, how will the connection be? Maybe one more card. By the end of the year, how will the relationship be? To be honest, Sarifa, I think that things will just continue at the pace that they're going right now. I think that, I don't know, because the Nine of Pentacles can talk about an independent energy. It can talk about you guys being apart from each other, or more individual versus like coming together. The thing is that the last card in this reading is the fusion of two souls. It's a relationship. It's the lovers. And this card also does mean the like culmination of things like paying off for you and you being rewarded and you being able to sit back and relax and enjoy your life. So I think it's going to work out for you guys. I think come the end of the year, even though this is an independent energy that I'm tapping into here, because the Lovers is here and the Nine of Pentacles, it does kind of seem like you're enjoying life. And I feel like if this is someone who you want to be enjoying this life with, then this is how it's going to be going. So I think that this could definitely blow over. And I think that you'll be happy with your relationship with this person by the end of the year. Hey, babe. That looks good compared to what I've been enduring in the past with Tim. Good. So, yes, Arifa, obviously I don't know exactly what went down between you guys, but I would say just be yourself. If you feel there's a need to apologize, apologize. If you feel like it just was a misunderstanding, then just do what you can to be I guess maybe remorseful that it happened, but don't allow it to stop you from enjoying the present moments when you do get those with this person. And hopefully, over time of the connection getting deeper, he will come to his own conclusions that maybe he jumped to conclusions a little too quickly with that situation and that he was triggered, and that maybe he will allow for another opportunity to create a better story or a better outcome next time around. I think he's just scared. He's just scared of like having the same things be repeated from the past. All right, guys, we are going to do a last call for readings. And then I'm going to sign off. That's some really good advice. Shoot, I'm just as scared, so I get it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Sarifa, you're welcome. I really do feel like what happened was just a misunderstanding. It was seeing things play out that you've seen before with someone different, and you were feeling that way, and he was feeling that way, and y'all's fears honestly probably just got the best of you that night. And this has nothing to do with where you were at or what you were doing. This has to do with your own fear coming out and making you worried of like the past repeating itself. So I do think it's something you guys can get over. Maybe need a little bit of time, but I think that it will be okay. And all we can do is really learn from it, you know? All right, guys. Well, that is where I'm going to leave it. I will try very, very, very hard to come back later on tonight. I'm not sure what time it will be if I do, but I will try. If I don't see you guys or if I don't come back tonight, I hope that if you are spending some time off of work tomorrow or the next day, or if you celebrate Thanksgiving, or if you're spending time with friends and family, or whatever it is, I hope you have a wonderful Thursday, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.